Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And this lesson is going to be about the so-called Star of David, which is really the Star of remphran, all right, which goes into idolatry. And this is from a book called The History and Practice of Magic. And it says, now it says publication date 1969, but this is the fourth publication. The original publication came out in 1870. So this book is over 150 years old, way before, the Balfour Declaration in 1948, where they put the Star of Remphran on the flag and declared that land Israel. All right, so this is on page 304, 305, and it shows the image of the star remphran, the six-pointed so-called star, and it's called the talisman of Saturn. All right, on the front as a five-pointed star, which is actually a hexagram, and on the back it shows the talisman of Saturn with a bull's head in the center. Now on page 305 it says, on the first face is engraved a diamond-pointed bearing the image of a scythe enclosed in a pentagram or a star with 5 points. So a star with 5 points is a pentagram, right? On the other side is engraved a bull's head enclosed in a six-pointed star, surrounded by letters composing the name remphran, the planetary genius of Saturn, according to the alphabet of the Magi. All right. So this goes into witchcraft, idolatry, and all sorts of abominations, man. All right. So this so-called star is going off. All right. So it says, going back to page 305, it says, and surrounded by the letters composing the name remphran, the planetary genius of Saturn. All right. So it goes into planet worship too. All right. So let me jump to Acts chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 38. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel which spake to him in the Mount Sinai, and with our fathers who received the lively oracles to give unto us. They're speaking about Moses in the Mount Sinai. All right. To whom our fathers would not obey, but thrust him from them, and in their hearts turned back again into Egypt, saying unto Aaron, make us gods to go before us, for as for this Moses, which brought us out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. All right, so they acknowledge Moses as being a man chosen by the Most High, and the Most High using him to deliver them out of Egypt. But Moses was in the mount so long they lost patience, and they didn't know what happened to him. So they asked Aaron to make them a golden calf. All right, verse 41. And they made a calf in those days and offered sacrifice unto the idol and rejoiced in the works of their own hands. Then the Most High turned and gave them up to worship the host of heaven. All right, that goes into the stars and the suns and the moons and stuff like that. Planet worship is still idolatry at the end of the day. All right, as it is written in the book of the prophets, O ye house of Israel, have ye offered to me slain beasts and sacrifices by the space of 40 years in the wilderness? All right. So you sacrificing to idols, but you're not sacrificing to the Lord, which delivered you out of your captivity, man. All right, verse 43. Yea, ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god of remphran, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. All right. And that Moloch goes into that horned bull god, right? That people worship until this day and without realizing it, man. And the star of your God, remphran. All right. This is what this is talking about. All right. This is not the so-called Star of David. This is not something that Israelites did. All right. And prove that in Amos chapter 5, this is going back to, this is what Acts 7 was quoting when it said it was written in the book of the prophets. Amos 5 and 25. Have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness for 40 years? For 40 years, O house of Israel? But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch, and Chiun, your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves. Therefore will I cause you to go into captivity beyond Damascus, saith the Lord Yahweh, whose name is the power of hosts. All right. Now, if we go into this word Chiyun, all right, Chiyun, an image or pillar, probably a statue of the Assyrian Babylonian god of the planet Saturn, and used to symbolize Israelite apostasy. So now, if you, Salafi, let's go into this word apostasy, and it means the abandonment or renunciation of a religious or political belief. All right, so this goes into Israelite idolatry. All right, forsaking Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's what the star truly represents, the forsaken of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, and this is also planetary worship, right? And this 6 pointed star you see everywhere without noticing it, man. All right, let me go real quick to Jeremiah chapter 10, starting from the top. Jeremiah 10:1, hear ye the word of the Lord, which speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Don't be following the same gods that you followed in Egypt, you followed in Babylon, and you're following this day in America, man. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. This is not something Israelites, worshipped or, really focused on, right? The sun and the moon are really just to tell time. Of course, they have other uses and benefits, but they're not. The purpose of them is not to worship them. We're not to worship anything but Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right. And another thing I wanted to bring out is that not only do you see this on the flag of the so-called country Israel, but you see it on other places too. All right. Amos 3:3, can two walk together except they be agreed? All right. Now, I googled the Great Seal of the United States, and this is the image, the Great Seal of the United States. All right. And I believe this came out in yep, that's the spirit. The actual Great Seal adopted by Congress on June 20th, 1782. All right. And why did I bring this image out? Because if you pay attention to this image or look closely at it, it shows the star remphran as well, right? Can two walk together unless they be agreed? That nation called Israel this day, the small hats in America are walking together because they agreed, man. And if you look at the 13 stars on top of the eagle's head, it shows a 6-pointed star, all right? But inside it, it shows a 13 5-pointed stars, which are pentagrams. So you see the triangle pointing up, and you see the triangle pointing down, right? And this is what this fight is all about, man. We're not supposed to pick up weapons and fight our enemies, man. We're supposed to pick up, the only sword we're supposed to pick up is the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And this is what's going to cause, and this is what is causing this so-called great nation to collapse. And these ideas and philosophies of this and the doctrines of this place to collapse too, and the wickedness, man. But before all this happens, prophecies have to take place. All right. Let me get one more. I'm gonna wrap it up. This is Ephesians chapter 6. I'm gonna start at verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand the wiles of the devil. Wiles goes into devious or cunning stratagems employed in manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants. All right, trickery, deceit. All right. Yes, the word devil goes into deceiver, man. Verse Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. Now, if this is the Great Seal of the United States, and it shows the star of remphran on it and pentagrams on it, This is spiritual wickedness in high places, man. All right, and this term "e pluribus unum" is Latin from for out of many one. All right, going into that new world order, man. All right, and this is what we're fighting against, man. And this is what Yahweh Shemir is about to throw down. All right, spiritual wickedness in high places. All right, verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High of Yahweh Shemir, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. All right, and that evil day is still coming. Jacob's trouble is still coming. Right, shit is about to hit the fan in this place, man. People don't realize it because they're too consumed in folly. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord, when this lesson was edifying, again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say Shalom and a Ball.